My name is Lydia, and this is what I wish they taught me about econometrics and introduction. In this video, we're going to talk about a very important characteristic of the dummy variable. I know that we've talked a lot about the interpretation of the coefficient of the dummy variable in a regression, but I thought we might want to take a step back and look at what kind of useful information the dummy variable can give us all by itself. And in this video, this characteristic we're going to look into is that the mean of a dummy variable is actually the proportion of ones, or the percentage of all the yeses that we get. For instance, let's assume that we have our little Excel spreadsheet and we've got 6 people in our data set. Let's say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here. And we've taken information on D. Let's say D is all over again the employed, unemployed dummy variable. We're assuming we've got here, let's say 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. When we try to find the mean of these dummy variable, the general formula that we would have used is the sum of all of the values that this dummy is taking in those cases for all of the people that we have, divided by the number of observations of the people that we have. So that it's literally adding up all of these numbers in here. So all of these zeros and ones. So we've got 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1, all divided by 6, which is the same as saying 2 over 6 or 1 over 3, or since it's 0.3333, that's also like 33%. But that is literally, this 2 over 6 is literally the number of people that in our data set in here have replied yes. So this is why the mean of the dummy variable is literally the percentage of the yeses. Because when you add up zeros and ones, literally their zeros mean nothing to us, right? You're just adding nothing to the only ones that are indeed important, the ones. Okay? So this is a little bit the math behind it. Let's see exactly how we can get that same exact information even through Stata. So let's switch to Stata. Case, we're going to make use of a already available data set in Stata, which is NLSW88. So we're going to make use of the sysuse and the data set. You're going to see here in the list of the variables that have been created, we've got wage, for instance, for hourly wage, and the variable that we are interested in is actually this variable in here, union. This is a dummy variable, which is 0 when a worker is not part of the union, and it is 1 when it is part of the union. Through the temp command of Stata, we can actually see like how many people we've got in the union and not. So you can see here, non-union, we've got 1,417 people, and in the union 461, for a total of 1,878 people. And the same information, we've got it in percentages here. For instance, the 1,417 as a percentage of 1,878, it's 75.45, while for the union, we've got this 24.55. So Stata, in this case, is showing us the percentages of the workers who are in the union already. Now, to show exactly the mean part of it, let's use the summarize command in Stata, so summarize union. We're going to see the number of observations is exactly the same, 1,878, but now look at the mean in here. The mean is 0.2454, which is this 24.55% that we saw before, and we shouldn't really be surprised by this stage since we have been introduced to what it means to find the mean of the dummy variable. Indeed, there were only 461 people that had voted yes. So we've got the sum of 461 ones and 1,417 zeros. So ultimately, that mean is going to be 461 times 1 plus 0 times 1,417, all of it divided by 1,878, giving us this 24.55 percentage in the means. Okay, so this is a very useful trick. The average of a dummy variable immediately tells you the percentage of the sample in that category. Make sure you remember this useful trick and make use of it whenever you have to work with your datasets. Hope this was useful, and I'll see you in the next videos.